Okay.
Good
Is it
panning
live? Is
shots,
it live?
nice slow.
Dubnus, can you hear me?
It's probably live.
Oh,
right?
this is sick! Hi, I'm Anna, and this is Dubnus. Welcome to the Outfit Wars Emerald Final. Recursion versus GOBS. Produced by the one and only Varunda and the 17 or so ops cams that he has right now. I don't remember everyone's... Actually, I could read their names right now. Hold on. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, this is great. This is going great. Species, Corrales, Infills, Nikon, Tanbink, and Zulfer. Thank you so much for all your help for producing this. This is gonna be sick. It's a multi-POV. That means like we're not actually controlling the cameras, thank God. We're just looking at what is being produced to us and showing you that. It's gonna be really sick. This is so far worked out very well, I think. Most of the casters are liking this a lot. And again, thank you, Veruna. This is awesome. So we're gonna jump right into it. You know, we've got I think another 9 minutes left. So we'll just go ahead and start talking about the two teams here. I don't really think the format needs many introductions. 48v48, big lane smash, yada yada yada. But Dubnus, you're my expert analyst here. Tell me, how do you feel about these two teams?
Oh,
Paint
it's
me
going
the
to be a
picture.
great match. It's going to be a great match. I've had the pleasure of playing both of these teams, right? On Nexus, right? Don't be confused. I know we have Desolation in the background. We are actually, of course, going to be on Nexus. And it was great. It was honestly really a challenge, but like a good challenge, right? And of course they played each other before, right? In the group stages or the qualifying stages, I guess we should use the official vernacular. And GOBS won, right? But then, right? You know, if you watch the GOBS recursion match and then you watch the recursion B-Way match the week after, they went from like I don't know second gear like straight into fifth.
Totally different team, 100%.
So I'm very much looking forward to it. And honestly, I'm going to give you some background on the teams, right? Because some people might not know these teams very well. Okay.
Yeah, Recursion, they're kind of like a mom and pop outfit, Recursion, you know? They've been around for like a month. Anyways, continue.
Well, yeah, so Recursion, they've been around for a very long time, right? GOBS have also been around for a while. However, you know, they've obviously had to grow for Outfit Wars over the last year. And, you know, they each team, you know, we'll talk about which players and who, you know, is playing for which team in a minute. But what I want to talk about actually is the run that the two teams have had in Outfit Wars. So Recursion, I think, have had a slightly easier run, I think, than GOBS. You know, Recursion, they had to play Safari, Turaf, RCN6, and B-Way, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But, you know, GOBS, they had to play Miku, Pigs, obviously Recursion, and B-Way, and 1TR as well, right? And on paper, you know, I'd say that is just a slightly more difficult run. So for GOBS to be in that position where they're 5-0 is really impressive, right? And do you know why that is, Anna? Do you know why they're in such a good position?
I don't know anything. You need to tell me everything right now.
So they're in such a good position, mainly because of their air. Outfit Wars this year,
really,
kind of like Desolation, but more like Lane Smash, is pretty air orientated. And because of that, they're able to be in a great position. Here's the thing, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
When B-Way played Recursion, we thought, okay, look, we can leverage air control because we have pilots that, you know, and they in comparison don't really, you know, we can leverage that. It's going to be fine. That did not happen.
Unlucky. Okay? Unlucky. Yeah.
Well, this is what I mean about them just kicking it into fifth gear, right? The counterplay that they had, some people say it was a theorem effect. I actually think it was just them learning from their mistakes against GOBS the week before, or perhaps a combination of both. And they turned into just a monster team. Like, you know, people at the start of the tournament, they said top 4 teams are going to be GOBS, Recursion, VCats, and then the fourth place, people bandied, teams around. So to have the first and second place be GOBS and Recursion is fulfilling that expectation. But can Recursion fulfill the expectation that they're going to be able to counter GOBS and their air control, right? And GOBS, right, they have players who can flex, right? What I mean by that is they have players who can, switch to armor, switch to air, switch to infantry. It doesn't matter, right? I would say switch to construction, but of course, not relevant.
God bless, it's
So,
gone.
so when it comes down to it, right? I think we're going to see a very dynamic match, and honestly, I hope it's going to be really good, because with all the delays and the technical difficulties, people being stuck in obs cams, right? I think to end the season on a high note with a really good match, a match where people, if they want to see what Outfit Wars and Nexus is all about, I'm hoping it's going to be this match.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I for one am totally rooting for Recursion, of course. I think that no, I think that if we see Recursion play the way that they played the last couple weeks and keep that energy, it's gonna be a toss up. It's really, I think, on GOBS to not take any steps back and just to keep the foot on the pedal, to use another car metaphor, and just keep up the pressure. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of their match to lose, in my opinion. GOBS, that is. We're gonna. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting to see. Like,
that's a hot take. I think. Actually.
The real question is, like, will the strats Recursion have? The flak, the lightnings? Because you got to remember too, like, GOBS have some of the best armor on the server playing for them. Like Swclone and his boys are insane. Like, are very good game sense. So it's gonna be like an all out battle in every single domain. And it's really up to Recursion to take the step up to GOBS right now.
I agree with that, right? And it looks like the chat agrees with you as well. We've got about 4 minutes left on the prediction. Guys, 76% currently in favor of GOB, 24% in favor of Recursion, right? Now, I'm not saying that, GOBs aren't the favorite, because obviously they are. What I'm saying is, if we had to break it down into percentages, right? I would say it's probably 65% in favor of Recursion. I think the chat with 75-25 is a little bit too far, just because right, Recursion they learn a lot of lessons from their previous loss, but I do agree with you, they're still up against it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're like a minute left now, right? We can look at openers, right producer, right, production truck?
No, we're like a minute ahead. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, we're a minute ahead. We can,
yeah. You know what? Let's go over to the openers. Let's show us the Nexus, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
1 minute left. Look at what we got. We got double pulls from Recursion here. I'm surprised not as many. Oh, they're probably going to steal rain again. Is that something Recursion really likes doing, is steal raining onto Granite? You can see all the people sitting there, not in not in their pulls or double pulls. Why is that?
Because if you still rain a max which is dead, they respawn.
Didn't know that. Interesting. Looking at GOBS here in the other POV. GOBS, yeah, shocking there. They pulled Galaxy, they pulled Air. Their Galaxy play from GOBS has been really good, which is not something I ever thought I'd say. But the Galaxy play from GOBS has been really sick.
Yeah, so you see these galaxies, right, that GOBS have? The reason why they have all these galaxies, right? Yeah, some of them are for repairing, obviously. One of them might even be a Jammer Gal, and they might even have a Scout Raider galaxy as well.
Yes.
But I can guarantee you at least one of those is going to be a Suicide Galaxy to ram another galaxy. Okay, look, there's still rain being heard.
Yeah, steel rain from both. Oh, bunch of steel rains. Oh my goodness.
Was that 2 or 3? It was 3.
I think that was 3, which is interesting. And it looks like we're going to wait. Wow, this shield is taking a while. There we go. The shield finally down. We see the steel rain. Look at that camera work. Oh, my. Oh, never mind. But yeah, GOBS coming out here. Same deal. Going to be heavy air. We expect to see them win air control, surely.
Yeah. Look, that's pretty much like, in terms of what we expect from Recursion, they're going to try to take the middle base. Then they're going to go to that powerhouse base, not Nexus Secure, because that's the one they own.
Yeah.
But the other one, Hydroponics Compound, there we go, a bit of brain lag. but it's an NA cast, which
So-
we expect.
Yeah, so Recursion here already strong on Granite Head. Looks like we've got...
Yeah.
I can't really see the pop right now. Looks like we've got them set up in C and B. Beacons up as well, so that's at least 2 squads down here. We see armor rolling in too for GOBS, or is that Recursion? That looks like Recursion armor. Okay,
It's
so
most
they're just...
likely Recursion armor.
Yeah.
You can see next to the triple stack Recursion. They already have a Sunderer set up.
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
a good
using.
Thunderer.
Well, look, they're using the TR, AA launcher as well, the Striker, which is a massive boon for TR base teams because there's literally nothing like it. You know, the Hawk, which is the NC equivalent, is awful in comparison. That's when, of course, the lock-ons work. The Underground is coming in already for GOBS, and it follows up with a infantry drop on
infantry drop for GOBS, and look at that armor pushing in on the side screen. That's the big factor here. Can the armor and that infantry, look at those guys go. Can they get inside that point and wipe? It doesn't look like they have any maxes. This is kind of a soft drop here. So this is where the infantry issue, like diff, kind of comes in for Recursion.
Well, let me explain how GOBS infantry works in terms of their pushing. They'll do a kind of... Oh, that's a great C4 there from Gombo.
Oh, yeah.
Almost got the second one off, but of course it's a shotgunner coming out. Welcome to meta. It's maxes and shotguns. But the way GOBS infantry works is they do a dry push, right? This is to get rid of their opponent's utility, right? When I say utility, grenades, C4, etc. And then they will do another push, which is kind of more coordinated and it uses more of their own resources. And because they've already lowered the resources of their opponent in the push, in theory, they should be able to win the point.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we have 35 seconds left on Granite Head. It looks like that's Bitter Gorge on the side they're going through for GOBS. But GOBS here, finally on A point, full squad here. Nowhere else, though, so this is only going to stall it for a little bit. Probably about a minute left. Recursion could very well take the opener on this one.
So, yeah, this is a great play from GOBS in terms of the map, right? By slowing down the Granite Head reactor, you can see on the right there that there's about 25 seconds or so at Bitter Gorge Garrison, which is the neutral base at the top, the 3-pointer. That's because GOBS, they're going to try to push into Argent Pass in the north there, because they want to be able to use their combined arms, especially their air, and that lane is the best lane for it. So they're going to delay this cap in the middle, and then they're going to come back the Granite ahead and try to steal it, which is why you see those aircraft so low.
Yeah, really good map play here from GOBS. Ghost, Bitter Gorge going through for GOBS, so we're expecting to see rotates here pretty quickly. I mean, they got to be fast. Like, you know, they got
40 seconds to rotate is a long time.
He's just... Oh, no. Oh, air to ground. L's here. And it looks like we're seeing some people transition. I don't know where the drops are or where the spawns are or anything.
Okay, so we've switched over to Sobek's camera.
Oh yeah, where do you see his name?
GOBS push on B point. This is a really good push. That's a good conk nade.
Good hold from Recursion. Look at the crossfire coming in there. That's tough to push into, but Blackson and a Max here coming on the point. They've got 12 seconds left. They gotta get on point now.
Get it.
GOBS have to go now.
Yeah, GOBS are going to get it.
Yeah, they're going to get it.
Door 1, Door 3, and Skinny to collapse onto the point there with 9 seconds to go on the timer.
That's insane. That's such a great push from them. The come in from Skinny as well as D1 and D3 and the sustain and an orbital. Was that an orbital? Oh, to try to keep the push off. I didn't even catch that. And Granite Head gonna go through for GOBS. Really good job from them. That's what you see from GOBS. They're so good at pushing. And I want to point out too, this is a mistake I've seen, and I don't know if I'd call it a mistake because there is, you know, you see the air hammers there. But there's never rotates between C and B. There's always like one squad gets pinned down on B and one squad gets pinned down on C and they die alone. Which is, I see it happen every match.
Because of force multipliers, honestly. Yeah. It's like, because once they're, you know, in this situation, the GOBS air came down, it cut off the rotations. And plus, we tried a similar strategy against GOBS. However, the reason, you know, it didn't work, right, and against Recursion as well, right, the reason why it didn't work is because we gave them the control. We gave them the ability to maneuver around the base, and just like you said, right, that makes transitioning or rotating from B to C very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely, and it looks like Satcom's still neutral. We're seeing it in the bottom POV there. Kind of just messing around here. Recursion gonna get back on a point here. St. Celestine in the max. Spaceman going crazy. Trades out too. Good job from him. And we see backcaps already. I think that's Argent Pass in the top left. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like I
Argent
mentioned.
Pass.
Yeah, if we're able to switch to Argent Pass, let's see what the situation there is like.
Oh, there we go.
So there we go. Got a
Oh,
beacon, a max.
yeah,
Two
two
maxes.
maxes. Yeah, that's not what you like to see.
That's
Two
a
probably.
Sunder in the tunnel as well, as you would
Yeah.
expect. Vehicle terminal for
And
recursion is
I want to point
broken.
out too. Look at the Airhammer patrolling, and B that big galaxy. Do you see that galaxy up there? That galaxy's got a bulldog, and it's just
That's
sitting there camping spawn.
yeah. I wonder if that's I wonder if that's a rep gal, a jammer gal, or if it's actually a deploy gal. It's moving, so it's probably not a deploy gal.
I think they normally run Lucy on a rep gal, although it could be. I think they like transition to like 2 rep gals, but I'm not sure. I can't
That
really
makes
remember.
sense.
But yeah, this is a really strong hold here. Like this is gonna be tough for Recursion to respond to, and they are taking quite a while to respond to this.
It's a nanite. It's a strong nanite investment though.
Yes.
To take Argent, because that's the second max that Eternal Rebel has pulled, and the match hasn't even been going for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So Eternal Rebel at least is going to have a low amount of nanites. If they don't rotate their max players, they might struggle. But that doesn't matter if they're able to simply take Argent Pass, pressure the
move on to
Nexus.
Nexus. Yep.
And
absolutely.
they've already. And by the way, if you see on the map in your top left, everyone, Nexus secure storage is also flipping. So yeah, Recursion they might take Arazek, but right now they're in a really bad position.
Recursion. Right now, what you see happening is we're getting drops onto Arazek as well. Look at that on the B point, and GOBS can do this on B point. They kind of just air hammered everyone, then dropped in and killed the rest. Like that's the trouble with not having air on some of these points. Is like you just get contained so easily. Like you can't leave the building because there's an air hammer there. Really good job from GOBS. Fast rotates. Looks like they're probably going to steal this one too, if they can get downstairs quick enough. Surely.
Again, they've got 40 seconds to rotate now onto A or C, and look, yeah, there we go. C point's flipping. Yeah, can we? There's Recursion armor outside the base, right? I don't know. You're in a bad way. You might want to get some people on the point.
Yeah, that's kind of the trouble you run into with armor in some of these formats. Is like if they're not really good about like transitioning, you get left out.
Oh, that was nutty from Leroy. Did you see that? How he just annihilated Blackson's Smellball? That was
did.
That was nutty. Like I like Smellball Blackson, but that was pretty cool from Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy, that's really
what
good player
good
here.
aim looks like. By the way.
That's where the name is in the top left. Okay, I'll note that down. They changed the position.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why I haven't been commenting. I'm like, who the hell is this? Leroy. Oh my God, he's insane.
Yeah. Okay.
So
pop off,
crazy.
Leroy. Show us what you got.
Oh,
the shotgun. It wasn't a shotgun. It was a battle rifle.
But despite Leroy fragging out, look at all his armor. What's going on?
Oh no!
You lost the base.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Armor doesn't cap bases.
This is Logi Smash all over again. No.
Oh no.
Unlucky. Yeah, and now Recursion are in the worst position possible here. Down to 2 bases, and one of those is a base that can get capped from 2 different lattices. That's why Granite Head is so strong, because you can just skip the this Arazak lattice for so long until... Ooh, nice logistics from GOBS.
Which is a shame, right? Because the Arazak base is actually a really nice base.
It's a really cool base to fight at, yes. But like because of the way the lattices are, you just don't.
Yeah. So if we just look at the Recursion home Nexus, right? I think that's Nexus Alpha. It's flipping in favor of GOBS, and they've already got maxes.
Yeah.
Right. Now there's no beacons from the looks of things currently, but I bet you that there's gonna be, another squad.
I'm sure that they've got logistics coming up too from Argent Pass. Their armor squad and their logistics is really good. This is just a scary team on full throttle here. This is this is kind of what I expected to see. Is just GOBS just ram it down the throat and just go for it. And that's what they're doing right now. And with the players they have, you can do that. Speaking of players, look at A-Flick there in the corner in the max suit. I thought he didn't play maxes.
Well, look, Outfit Wars, it requires...
When Frog Mike comes calling, you answer.
Well, I guess, but it's Outfit Wars, right? And you want to be using shotguns and maxes and air to ground. And honestly, you might as well just be from the south of France, because you just want cheese, right? That's it. So fair enough. And they've already got a minute here on Nexus Alpha, right?
Yes, this is really good pressure from them. What this does is completely takes them off of Argent. Even if they get wiped here, who cares? They probably have to over-rotate, Recursion that is. And then they can just go put time on Hydroponics. Or Nexus Secure, sorry. And I mean, like this is the really tough part about being in this position. If you're like the team on the back foot, is like you get put on
Okay.
this like on watch basically.
So here's the kind of gamble play, right? And I did a similar thing with B-Way versus VCats on the central base here now. Actually the map that Recursion has right now is, I'm pretty sure, the map that I had against VCats in that first match. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the middle base, right, Granite Head, Recursion have flipped that base, right? And what they're doing is they're trying to trade space for time. Now, this is a high risk play, right? Especially when it seems that, honestly, GOBS I think have moved around the maps better thus far.
Yes.
So it's a high risk play. And there's time, a lot of time for GOBS already on the Nexus. And of course, for those who don't know, if you lose your Nexus base, that's it, it's game over.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we do. Ooh, the armor though. That's the armor we're talking about. It's Clone and his boy there. Like that. Actually, that's not his boy. That's just Delta. That guy's from Connery. That's crazy. But we do see battle here on Granite Head. It seems like kind of slow to respond from GOBS. Like, but I guess they're also putting time on 2 other bases right now. So who cares? Like.
Well, so here's the thing, right? You slow down. Like, if you're GOBS, you slow down this Granite Head push, right, for as long as you can, whilst you push Nexus Secure, right, and of course Nexus Alpha, right. What this means, right, is if you continue to get time on Nexus Alpha, right, this base eventually becomes irrelevant, right, because you need 2 minutes or maybe a minute and a half, right, to resecure Nexus Alpha. If you want to let it go down to a minute and a half, if you're Recursion, that is super brave.
We've seen them do it before, though. They had that 1-second save in the same versus the same opponent. They had literally it was a second left. I think it was even on 0. I can't remember, but it was really close. They love kind of the nail biter rotates, and it looks like that's probably what we're gonna see here. I think GOBS have basically completely left Granite Head, and I'm not sure where they're at. Maybe probably on the Nexus Secure back cap, surely. Ooh,
so I just want to point out, right, the difference in kills right now. The difference in kills is about a 20 kill difference, right? However, Recursion have 5
drops coming in though from GOBS here, trying to clear out the C point. Here we go. That's the Gumbo squad. Maybe we get a Gumbo POV. Oh, he instantly dies. And they're pushing in, but the crossfires from Recursion are nasty.
Oh no, that's a lot of conks.
Here we go.
Maybe let's not have the Gumbo.
Great counter conks. No, he'll keep getting revived. They'll take those revives forever. But yeah, that's really tough to push into. Look at the rotate. So this is a really good play. Like the macro. Ooh, wow. Never mind. This is a tough hold to push. With
I like the Citadel shield. Good C4 usage. Did that C4 fail to detonate? No, it did. Yeah, look at that Citadel shield usage.
I am for peace running it alone. Never mind. But yeah, really good job from Recursion holding this building. The Citadel. I don't know if the Citadel helps them or hurts them. It definitely limits the crossfire they got going on in there, but like that's.
I wonder if that was to give their air kind of a break from some of the strikers from the roof.
Think so, 100%. Yeah. That's typically when you see Citadel. Look at the bunny hop though, coming in here. Is he gonna get the kill? Come on, no way.
Nah, sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, bunny hopping with a goal saw is massive disrespect.
I do it all the time. It's actually hilarious. It's great. But wow, good job from GOBS. Rotated on to A, cleared B as well. We didn't catch that one, and looks like they're gonna the ever-present issue on Granite Head is air hammers. Like they're just gonna contain them to C and then kill them all, as we see here. I think the cams are avoiding going in the building because of that, Citadel shield.
The Citadel, yeah. With the current OBS cam, it's difficult to go through them. Like,
yeah, it's awful. But we see Recursion, good battle here from them. But I don't think the sustain is there for Recursion. The sustain is very good, and when I say sustain, of course, I mean like medics, revives, yada yada yada.
Well, they're on the losing end of this battle, right? I pointed out before. Right, I pointed out before as this battle started, right, how it was only a 20 kill difference. It's now a 40 kill difference, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at Nexus Secure, that's flipping, right? And yeah, Recursion is back on A here at Granite Head. But honestly, they've been comprehensively beaten so far.
Just out-rotated, outplayed. Yeah, the rotations are so good from GOBS. Even, like, it just seems like individually they just know exactly what to do in certain situations. It's really
And
good.
you know what enables all these rotations?
What's that, Dubnus?
It's the air, right? It's just the air. You know, it's the galaxies. It's the ability to provide support and a force multiplier at any point. And honestly, GOBS, I think this season have been probably the best team on Emerald to be able to leverage
Yes,
their
and the way
airplay.
that they use their air, they're just better than everyone else. Like, you know, no offense, but they just are able to leverage that into map control so easily. It's just really impressive to see. Because I don't know if they have the best air roster, but like it's definitely up there. But like
Oh, it's
they
up
just
there. It's up there.
yeah, 100%.
They
But
just
it's
lack in numbers sometimes. That's all.
yeah, but it's the way they use it is so good, and the way they use it to like enable cheese, like those galaxies you see sitting there. Look at the GOB galaxies on the minimap. Like they're at
Exactly.
every single base bulldogging, every single base. They're also a spawn option. They're actually sick. I love galaxies. Here we go though. Another push coming in to wipe out this recursion hold off the C. Recursion just kind of desperately trying to keep time on this point, because if they lose time on this point, they're not able to get it back. But I don't think.
Like
I don't think it's
Recursion
gonna
has sent
happen.
people back. They saved Nexus Alpha again, right? And I think they've saved Nexus Alpha and Nexus Secure Storage. Yep, confirmed. But they're still penned in 2-7 with
Yeah,
28 minutes to go. They've kind of shown their hand about what they wanted to do on the map. It was very telegraphed, right? And now they're so limited in options, right? Like, okay, yeah, you have 3 options. You attack Argent, the middle base, and Satcom, right? Well, your attack on the middle base, Granite Head, has just failed, right? So what do you do now? Okay, cool. You resecure Nexus Secure Storage. You open up the 2 lattices, right? Granite Head and Arazek again. Cool. However, every time that GOBS send 1 person to your home base, realistically, you need to send 2. Right?
Speaking of GOBS, though, look at the push coming here from GOBS. That's a lot of them, and that's not
an
a lot of
OS.
recursion.
OS it, please.
Oh my
Someone
goodness.
OS the Maxes now.
The Max
quickly.
dies. Here we go. We got Sobek POV getting the Conquest is really good from recursion so far.
The
Like
classic Nexus Secure substation Sunder, where you can see it on the minimap.
yeah, on
There
the
needs to
wall.
be an OS. There needs to
Yeah.
be an OS, and there isn't one. I haven't seen a recursion OS yet this game.
and
if they had used it,
they might not, yeah.
maybe they don't hold, but they definitely do more damage than they actually did.
Yeah, 100%. And it looks like GOBS just gonna roll in here. It looks like overpop for GOBS, although you can't see. I wish the cam would press H here, but yeah, just really. I mean, just what can you say with GOBS? They're so aggressive. They're so good at what they're doing. Their medics are all like really carrying your team, honestly.
Oh, that's mean. The producer switched over to Satcom Hub to show the people who got backcapped there from recursion. That's harsh, producer.
That is very
That's
harsh. But we see, look at this redeploy here for recursion. Wonder when the GOBS air are gonna come here, because that's very submissive and air hammerable, I gotta say. Oh my god, just look at the crossfires. I don't even know what to say at this point. Look at the crossfires here, and the way GOBS are pushing aggressively. I think I see like 3 maxes there, and no recursion maxes. This is gonna be just A-Flick dropping down, gets a couple there. They're all wiped. There's nothing they can do. Look at the crossfires. What's going on? Recursion, how could this happen?
We'd now like to interrupt you because we're having an ad break, actually.
Are you serious?
Everyone. Yeah.
Oh
sorry,
my
chat.
God.
Leroy. Just
annihilated by a medic max.
It's just Matux. It's just Matux.
Yeah, you get 1 frame. Oh, we see Recursion Max as Menace, known Max player, one of my favorite, to be honest. Oh, no, the C4. Let's see the push here. They got to push probably about now, you think? No? Yep, here they go.
They can test the angles first. They have time.
We see
They're running out of time. Oh, no, the shotgun.
No, that's a bandit.
Oh, that was a ban? Oh, C4 went off at the same time, that's why.
Something like that. But yeah, it looks like Recursion going to get on point. Here we go. The sustain coming from GOBS, but it's not enough. I think Recursion brought some significant population here.
Yeah,
they had to commit. They got no other options. You know, you either go Nexus Alpha. They've also started a back cap on Argent Pass as well while this is going on. Oh,
okay,
this is a battle. Good. Wait, but GOBS are going to hold this.
Oh, no.
GOBS are holding this. Look at the sustain from GOBS. It's insane. How do you recover from that? Oh, I see how you recover. There's 3 maxes on the minimap.
Yeah, just do another push. That's why you push in that 2-minute mark, because then you can do another push at 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, which is what we're going to see now. Another organization, Leroy, pull the max.
Why is Leroy not pulled a max?
I
would have loved to see Leroy in a max.
He's got 600 nano. Pull the max. Yeah, look at the wipe there though on D1. Look at the pushing from GOBS.
Yeah, it's a
That's
great
what they're
push.
so good at. No other outfit is really doing that. Is being so aggressive with their players. Like a lot of outfits will get in that powerhouse and turtle up, but like
Well,
GOBS
some
are.
outfits do, but they just don't have the same firepower.
Well,
Because
yeah.
you can only do a push like that when you have firepower and sustain,
And
and
the
that's
medics,
what GOBS
yeah,
has
the
right now.
medics to back it up is huge. The
Oh, the
jackhammer heavy.
jackhammer. Yeah, you
Oh
just see the
no!
jackhammer. You're just like, okay, cool. Skill equalized, I guess.
Turns out jackhammer is really good. All right, Recursion finally pushing D1. Looks like they got the flank from
Yeah, it
GOBS
was a
as
D1 and
well.
dubs and a skinny push. That was nice. But wait, it hasn't
What?
worked, has it?
What
No, it
just
did work. It
happened?
did work.
Did
We
it?
switched over to map screen.
Eh?
Um,
Oh, we
because
switch
we're
over
on
to
Gumbo's.
Gumbo.
We're
Oh, that
on
was a weird
Gumbo's
POV
map
switch.
screen.
Okay, now we're back to Leroy. So yes, Recursion cleared the powerhouse. Ending production, by the way. Recursion cleared the powerhouse, and they're still going on Archer Pass. But with all this time now, like this is GOBS' game forever. Like with all this time now on this point, they can just go rotate very easily. Back to Gumbo Cam here. Gumbo frag, and look at him go. They're just standing there. Why are they just standing there? Gumbo murdering as he goes. Surprisingly, he has not been instantly killed with the Castle Curse here. And GOBS gonna resecure this point and just get right back in. Looks like very
Again,
light
you
push.
gotta question why that GOBS Sunder is alive right now. Right?
That's yes, yeah.
Like
That is
it got
insane.
destroyed once and then it got replaced and it hasn't been destroyed again. And that's why GOBS is still on this point, right?
Yeah.
Because you know they got basically pushed off twice, but they're able to keep pushing back in
Ooh,
because of that
orbital from
Sunder.
GOBS.
Yeah, finally
Oh,
a good
great
use of the
orbital.
orbital.
Great
A good
orbital.
use.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna die anyways, but good,
Yeah,
solid
well,
orbital.
so what the orbital strike does, right? It means you either have to push or you have to fall back and
Yeah.
find cover, right?
Yeah.
And some of Recursion push, some of them would have, you know, retreated and found cover.
Oh, and we
Argent
see
Pass fully
yeah.
secured now for
Yeah,
GOBS
for
as well,
GOBS.
by
Yeah,
the way.
really good job from them. I mean, it's just they're just dominating at like 100%. I don't care what the kill counters say. Like they're absolutely destroying. It's really, it's just it's honestly I'm kind of in awe to watch. I'm not gonna lie, I'm simping just a little tiny bit because like this is just really good play on every level. The air is really good. The armor is doing what they have to do. The infantry is pushing, counter pushing, using the utility. Recursion though gonna come back in. Looks like they're gonna resecure the point. We're not able to see what's going on right now. But yeah, they're just pushing right in, get into it. See? Oh, there we go. Now we can see. Yeah, it's just battle out here on the point. The thing with these powerhouses too is the battle is so like spread out, like so split because of these because of the walls there. You can't it's like kind of divided in the lobby area and then the upper area. So it's very awkward to hold sometimes. GOBS gonna get wiped out there too. Recursion coming in, clearing
Yeah,
up.
but
Yeah,
okay,
the time
cool.
on
Well,
point.
well done. You've secured Nexus Secure Substation for now, right? But what did it cost?
It cost the
Just
warp gate.
150 kill differential. You know,
That nanites and the warp gate too. We see a
yeah.
cap going on the warp gate right now from GOBS.
Because look at the vehicle kills as well, Anna, right? And it's
Oh
a
yeah,
25 kill differential there as well,
that's a
right?
huge amount of nanites,
Which
especially
is
for your
it's
flex
just
players.
nanites.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know Higby will be happy with me saying that, right? But like at the end of the day, right? If you're gonna give up 150 kill differential plus a an armor differential, and you're losing 2-7 on the map with 20 minutes to go,
There's yeah,
listen,
it's tough.
if you use your channel points of recursion, you might be upset right now.
You might be a little upset here. Look at the armor here from GOBS. Oh, Aphlet getting run over. Oh no, caught it 4K. But GOBS and Recursion having an actual armor battle. This is pretty cool. You don't usually see this. Not sure how fruitful this is going to be for either side, really, except for GOBS. Yeah, I think GOBS are just going to roll this because that's tons of nanites. Here comes the Vanguard as well. It's tons of nanites here. Kind of wasted for Recursion, and especially when you're in the back foot, like it's really easy to just drain nanites, and then you know, once you're dead on nanites, like there's nothing else you can do.
It's game. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I understand why they're doing it, right? They're trying to contest it, try
You've
to
got
keep
no
Sunderers
choice,
up,
yeah.
try to deny GOBS their Sunderers so they have less maxes. At the end of the day, you can see how that lightning is getting plinked by air, right?
Yeah.
It was just getting plinked. Thank you, Reva, for making the flyby, proving my point. You know, it was just getting plinked by air the whole time, and you've got infantry on the wall,
Yeah.
right? This isn't a total war game. You don't need infantry on the wall right now. This isn't a good look, right? What you need, right? Actually, with a minute to go, right? You need to kick GOBS off of Nexus Alpha, come back to next to secure substation, try to push up into the middle and Arazak again, right? But it's all about where you allocate your forces. And right now, I would say that, yes, they're losing in terms of the rotations, right? And the movement on the map. And it comes down to force allocation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And oh, there's Terpets. Terpets, one of my favorite players so far for GOBS. Like I've seen him do everything. It's really impressive. He's tanking, he's cheesing, he's sniping. It's been pretty cool. I've seen his name all the time. But yeah, gonna go down there and yeah, I mean that's a really good point. Like the rotations just aren't there for Recursion this match. And again, a lot of that is on, you know, air control, armor control. Like it's easy to say like, well, why aren't you rotating when you're getting murdered by air hammers at every single base? But
oh yeah, it's much easier to criticize for sure, which is why I like doing it.
Yeah,
It's easy.
yeah.
Unfortunately
like,
for Recursion, they've lost the plate at Nexus Secure.
And they're still on Nexus Alpha. Yeah, this is kind of the death knells here. Right now, if you're Recursion, you're asking yourself, like, okay, are we going to get warp gated or not?
I think, honestly, actually, I know why Recursion is currently losing. It's because GOBS have a superior camo.
Really? You like that camo?
I'm not saying that I like it. I'm saying that all the GOBS players are using a camo. It unifies them. It's their cohesion.
That's fair. That's a good point. No, that's a good point. I'm okay with this. That's the least controversial thing you've said all day.
Anyway, speaking of cohesion,
and
Recursion found some and took back next to secure substation.
With some big overpop though. That's the I see Great Tank Piece. That looks like a bit of
Is that 2 minutes 40? Is that 2 minutes 40 on?
That is 2 minutes 40. Yeah, that's yikes. That's gonna be tough for Recursion here. Oh my god, they're cutting.
Can we have a fly around on the base, see what the GOBS logistics is looking like?
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Because I bet you they've got at least beacons, sure. I wonder if they've got any Sunderers or Lightnings or such.
They've gotta have a Sunderer underneath, and they probably have one at the powerhouses too.
Okay, there's the Recursion counter Sunderer getting engaged by Identity Encrypted.
Far East Terra, one of the best Sunderer players ever to do it. Gonna lose a Sunderer there though to that Lightning.
Clone just ditched his Reaver. Is that to get a beacon? No, not yet.
Maybe, or maybe he's probably going to kill the Sunderer.
Nah, maybe he's just shut down the crash.
We finally though see Recursion respond, but it's pretty light. Oh, we see a lot of Recursion dead.
Oh no, there's 2 minutes left.
This is a rough setup.
So you know about 10 minutes ago how I said, you know, it's if you let this go down at 2 minutes, it's a massive risk. Yeah, it's a massive risk. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's tough because you're thinking like, okay, like let's a minute 30 and we have to push in like 40 dudes with Maddox and jackhammers. Like, really? Do you want to do that? Oh, it's gonna be tough for them. But we don't see the rotate still not here. Where?
Okay, yeah,
that's where Recursion was. That one bus. That is the danger of the one bus. Good orbital though from GOBS to clear that. Yeah, and it looks like they all push in that powerhouse. I would love to see that. I would love to get in there and see the powerhouse. Okay, all right. Well, big battle going on here. This is exactly where you want to be if you're GOBS. Like, this is the perfect distance for shotguns. I mean, look.
That was such a nice push.
Recursion
destroy the hard light barrier. Don't jump over them. Destroy them.
Recursion getting through. Really clean wipe for Recursion. Okay, that's where they were. I was wondering. I was like, we haven't seen any hard spots.
You see how they pushed? I think that's the southwest. Sorry, the northwest powerhouse, and they pushed in from the Z shape, which is where that center we saw get destroyed. Right. Yeah. They pushed in on those two angles. Then they pushed in the front door as well. They pushed 3 angles all at the same time. That was a really nice push. Really nice.
Yeah, that's
look how many nanites they've used on it. I bet you they're almost nanite drained. I bet they're like 150 each now.
It depends on the player, probably. I'm sure Leroy has
yeah, but on average.
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge investment of nanites, and it looks like we're looking at back cap here at Granite Head. Oh no, that got cleared. They almost back cap Granite Head. We didn't even catch that. And Arazak Satcom. Okay, Recursion. All right, you're proving us wrong here. Got some rotates going on. Got some back caps. Ooh, the armor there though, just running them over, literally. Kind of a metaphor here for the match. So far, although
that was harsh. That was so harsh. There was no need for that, Anna. I thought I was supposed to be the cynical one. That was harsh. Anyway,
really good job from Recursion though to get pressure on these points. Almost went through with Granite Head. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what happened here. We weren't there. But
Well, yeah, it would have just been a small scale infantry,
yeah.
and then once GOBS got once GOBS got wiped off Nexus Alpha, they would have rotated straight away to Granite Head and Arazek, using those galaxies, and I'm sure they've got other logistic. Yeah,
Oh, speaking of the
yeah,
galaxies, here we
these
go. Gumbo
galaxies.
Cam.
Right,
Cam.
and
Yeah.
look at these galaxies, right? They enable the fast rotation back to Arazek, back to Granite Head, and yeah, that just completely stops the strategy of of recursion, right? Because yes, you've just saved Nexus Alpha, but now you're going to get outpopped in the middle and at Arazek, and that is why now the kill differential is just it keeps getting higher and higher and
It's
higher.
widening a little bit, and you see there in the background why a little. Ooh, Deliverant pulled up to. Oh, Deliverant dead. Oh, caster curse there. Yeah, they're pulling. You know, Recursion trying to get the back cap going here, pulling up logistics as they go. Just, it's tough. Like it's tough to keep it alive when you don't have control in anything. Basically, like they don't have armor control, they don't have air control. They sort of have infantry control, but as we see here, this bus is about to go down.
Not
On
enough
fire?
shotguns, but we do see Worlder use one. And
Thank
that
God.
did that save the Sunder? No, because there's going to be Harasser on the right side.
Well, I don't know, because they have a lot of.
Nah. Watch.
I'm
Is
watching.
the Harasser going to shoot?
No,
No,
he gets small arms. But
Yeah,
this
he
infantry
retreated,
battle
yeah.
here, though, going strong for Recursion. They basically popped out a fucking platoon out of this bus.
Could you imagine banishing that Sunder right now? Or sorry, air hammering?
I would
man.
love to. Recursion here pushing in. Zyros getting some frags. Look at Zyros go. Goes down as soon as I start talking about him. Sustain coming up for GOBS, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Recursion going to push into this triple stack. Get back on the point.
Okay.
Maybe claw a little something back here?
So this is the gamble, right? This is the gamble. If you're able to take Granite Head, right, you're able to then put pressure on Bitter Gorge and Hydroponics Compound. This is the gamble. 12 minutes and 30 seconds to go. It's still all to play for. As silly as that sounds, Recursion can still win at this point. They can still win. If this goes through with in a timely enough manner.
Sobek cam. Oh my god, look at this! The Sobek drop! Oh no, we got like 5 people on that one. Unlucky. Goes down. Warp gate insert coming out here. Ooh, spicy. I love this.
Ah yes, another really balanced feature. I love it.
What you see here is the gals sitting up there bulldogging that rooftop. It's just total domination at everything but infantry right now on this base for GOBS.
Do you see
and
all
the
that armor logistics?
Yeah. We saw them rolling in earlier, and it's just they're everywhere. They're all. The thing about armor is it's very easy to sit uselessly and do something that's not useful. Their GOBS armor, I never see them like dicking around. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing, right? Even if GOBS, somehow they lost his.
What? Leninja, how did he escape that? Goes down though. He kind of dodged. What were you saying though about
Yeah, I was gonna say just quickly. Even if Recursion cap this base, right? They then have to clear out the logistics before they can back cap.
Yeah.
And that's just a no-go. Yeah, an orbital to use to clear out the armor. I've done that in a match before. You're in a bad situation when you do it.
Yeah, it's pretty desperate.
But you had 2 of them, and that was the first one they've used all match. So
interesting. Sobek here just pushing and eating shit and continuing to get reses. GOBS containing a little bit. Looks like they've contained spawns. They've got plenty of armor here, and just kind of getting in there, getting stuck in. We got the Gumbo cam. Let's see Gumbo running door 1. Please. Oh, okay, nope. He's going door 2. Running door 2. He's running in door 2. Let's go. Playing for picks here, doesn't get anyone, dies immediately, but gets the revive, runs in, and they're gonna get nice. Let's see that re-going. GOBS gonna push and pretty easily clear this. I don't even. Oh, that's what's happening. Look at that. Oh, big push coming from Recursion. They rotated C, now they're rotating back to B. Oh, the C4 comes out. All the EMPs, everything's coming out right now.
Where's the flash nade? They were only missing the flash nade there. If they had a flash nade on GOBS in that hallway, like this fight would already be over. But they didn't.
Yeah.
The Leroy cam.
Let's go. Let's see some frags, Leroy. But the thing is like these frags don't really matter that much because of the sustain on both sides. Like one side has to push definitively to wipe this, and I don't think it's gonna be Recursion on this one.
I think we need to get a timer check now on Nexus Alpha.
Oh, that's true.
Is that 2 minutes on Nexus Alpha?
Yeah, I want to point out, like the whole time we've been,
it is.
dicking around over here. Oh my god. Oh, that's rough. The whole time we've been over here, their GOBS have been keeping pressure on
Correct.
Nexus Alpha. That's
Okay, yeah, it
tough.
did reach 2 minutes, but Recursion have taken the point back. That's good. That's yeah.
It's
The
good. It is good not to get warp gated. I agree.
yeah.
I
But here's
100%
the thing,
agree.
right? If GOBS, if they go kind of just all in on Nexus Alpha right now, 9 minutes left on the match, I could see them taking that base with considering how much time is left on it.
I think that's kind of
And
what
they're
you want to do.
redeploying. They're either redeploying
Yeah.
for Nexus Alpha or they're redeploying for Nexus Secure.
I
There's only
wonder
two
which
options.
one they're gonna go. I mean, honestly, if I'm,
Show us the galaxies, producer.
yeah,
Where are they?
where are the galaxies? Someone
Because
find the
that's where
galaxies.
they're gonna go. Wherever the galaxies are, that's where they're gonna go.
If I'm force commanding this match, which I'm not, thank God, I would
On God.
say, okay, we're going to warp gate. Like we're going all in on the warp gate. There's the galaxies. They found them so quick. Let's go.
Nexus
The
Alpha.
galaxies going in
That's
for
going to
Nexus
Nexus
Alpha.
Alpha. I can tell you that.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, we got a
So
little
are they
air
gal
battle
dropping?
here.
Do they have maxes? I wonder with them.
I doubt.
Oh, we're
I
too far
doubt
away.
that greatly.
Okay, there was at least one person drop.
But we see the anvils coming in. Look at the
There
anvils
we
coming in
go.
for GOBS. That's kind of the
Getting
difference.
close. Yeah, they took the point back. Yeah.
The
There you
dervish
go.
threats.
As I mentioned, if I'm GOBS, I'm gonna go for this warp gate base with 2 minutes to go.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
I mean,
that's the right play.
That's the ultimate victory for them, the warp gate recursion. That would be, I mean, for GOBS, it'd be a huge victory. You know,
It would be
recursion are a
shocking.
very good outfit. Like, I don't, I can't stress that enough. Like, recursion are very good. Look at this guy. Oh no, he goes down to the shotgun.
Another shotgun. Yeah,
typical goblin shotgunners. No, anyways, getting back here, just infantry battle coming on out here. They're trying to hard spawn, but
no.
that's not gonna work.
It's not fun. It's not fun hard spawning again when the enemy has air control. What they need to do is use that vehicle terminal and just get some Thunderers in underneath.
Yeah. They have to, and I feel like they're doing that because we don't see a lot of recursion right now. Like
it's a minute 30. They're doing something.
They're doing.
They're planning something, but what it is, maybe it's a warp gate push with armor.
Sail is planning.
Air. Yeah, but they don't have long, so they're probably whatever they plan. They're executing.
Probably doing it right now. Yeah.
There we go. There's the pop jump.
Yeah. And
they're probably on the Z shape. Can you show us the back of the? Because yeah, this is the front door where there's should always be pressure here. That's a great OS. It's too far away, but I guess you want to preserve your maxes. But that's still a bit too far away, I think. If that were 10 meters closer to the point,
solid orbital.
That'd be great.
Oh, there's the push that got destroyed there. Solid orbital from GOBS, really good. The counter push coming out just to make sure
that's only one squad of recursion, right? And there was a fire team here at the front door.
Yeah, but the other squad.
Yeah, there we go. Now we can see it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Push coming here, but look at all the dead recursion members on the screen. Like
30
seconds left. Like you need everyone on every door right now.
This is a proxy chat. Push.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
This is this is definitely an all chat, but they have no maxes. GOBS have maxes. This is gonna be so tough. 15 seconds left.
No.
They're getting on the point, but where's the sustain for both sides? Resonate's coming in for recursion. They're gonna save it with 10 seconds left. Wow, that shocks me.
Do you know what that was?
But Resonate's coming in for GOBS?
That was your classic NA trope right there. That was a collapse on the point just about 5 seconds too early. That's all it was. It was only 5 seconds that collapse on point. Too early. That's it. Only 5 seconds, but that's how,
Well, I'll say, like, look at where everyone died for GOBS. Some of them collapsed on a point. Some of them died, like, way outside.
Well, you don't, with a point room like this, you don't want everyone on the point, right? Because you need to open up the crossfires, and that's how you actually you hold this. That's why I'm saying, if you make that collapse on point call 5 seconds later, you keep that crossfire going just for the extra 5 seconds, right? And then you're good to go. But that was a really nice attempt. And don't forget, Anna, there's still 5 minutes.
There are still 5 minutes, and they've got like looks like a minute on point. Ticking down, of course. But yeah, we could definitely still see the warp gate here. That's not out of the question. I'll put a note, like, as they're going for the warp gate, like, recursion are still backcapping where they can at Granite Head and at Arizak Satcom. But it looks like that Granite Head's gonna get cleared real quick. The boys are coming through, and it's gonna be a rough time here. Looks like an overpop as well.
They're showing heart. They're showing heart by attacking Granite Head again. But here's the thing, right? Honestly, like, why even bother? Just you could just have one squad here holding it, buying time, while your other 3 squads just take Nexus Alpha.
Nah, I get it. I mean, I get it. Oh, you mean
But
GOBS?
yeah, there's 3 squads here from GOBS.
It's
You can see it,
probably
Alpha, Bravo, and
yeah.
Charlie, it looks like.
Yeah, probably just like I don't know. Who might have questioned what they do? I don't care. But good push from GOBS. Rotate quickly, kill them all, and we're
And
probably going to see
we're
the
probably
same
gonna see
thing.
the galaxies go over the
Yep, back
same
over the
mountain
mountain
range.
and go back down to the Nexus Alpha.
Yeah, like I imagine. Oh wait,
my God!
hang on. But we've
Air!
seen a unicorn because there's recursion air.
Recursion air, bro. These guys are cracked. This is insane.
I've heard myths and legends about these people, but they've turned up kind of like 41 minutes too
And
late.
here come the galaxies doing the same thing they were just doing about like 5 minutes ago. So
Lucy isn't using the same camo as everyone else, and that
she's
disturbs
using the
me.
brilliant. It's oh, nice ram there though. That was actually a sick ram from whoever.
That
did
was a team ram, I think.
Was it?
though? I
No,
think
that
so.
was a recursion
Anyway,
ram.
it doesn't matter. It's getting shot down, and then the GOBS push.
And they're it's a scuff drop, but no recursion there really to punish it except for like 1 LA. And also, what this means is they can get the beacon up there, and they can also get a bus up there if they anvil. I don't know what the anvil situation is looking like. We've got 2 minutes, or sorry, 1:40 left on point, with 3 minutes left in the alert. GOBS can still warp gate. Right now, this is it, and GOBS are flipping as well. Oh no!
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think they're gonna get the warp gate. I'm gonna go on a limb just because they don't have all the angles locked down. They don't have.
But look at the bottom POV though. They do have quite a few maxes in here.
Oh, okay,
I don't
that's
know
better.
if they can do this because they'd have to hold it continuously. But
Yeah,
we
they
can
need to
still see the warp gate.
If the point gets flipped even for like 10 seconds, like not even like flipped, but like contested, then it probably will not happen. But the maxes seem to be in the right places.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have armor in the right places. They have probably air as well. It's looking good for them.
It's looking very good for GOBS. 2 minutes left on point, 2 minutes 30 on the alert timer. We're going to see a redo of last fight. Can GOBS adjust a little bit and hold this? And also remember, at this point in the match, like Recursion have no nanites left. Even, I think that's Leroy. Even Leroy got like 400 nanites. That's when you know it's rough.
Oh,
feels
rough.
No. Unlucky. Team kills him again!
Yeah, it's just a lack of communication.
Yeah, and now you start to see as well, like the kind of the frazzled nerves as well. Like this is it right here. This is it for both teams. Like,
so Recursion they have a squad here on the front door getting air hammered. That's unfortunate. They're gonna have a squad over there, to your southeast, right? At the powerhouse there, you can see Zyros and Jesselyn and Menace over there, pressuring the double doors, and they're probably gonna have another 2 squads inside the base.
The air hammers are insane.
So they're gonna try to push all 3 angles.
They have to. I mean, the sustain coming in from Recursion too, but like, is this enough?
I mean, you don't want to be pushing the same angle, right? Because right now you're all dying to an air hammer.
Of course.
So, there we go. There's the push.
Here we see the other push coming through the powerhouse. Very scattered though. Oh, here comes more. That's good C4.
Yeah, that was
Where's the NG on this max? C4. Oh, finally we get the NG on Sobek. So 49 seconds left. We're gonna see. You see the dots on them. Look at the minimap.
Oh,
right now.
the Citadel shield. You see that Citadel shield cutting the rim in half? Love that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Recursion on the flank. We see Leroy here.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Getting double teamed. A little shot action there. I'd like to see in the point right now, see what's going on. It looks like it's not going too well for Recursion. That's a tough picture to push into. Medieval Welder running in on his own. The push finally coming through. Here they come through the door of Recursion. 2 maxes, but where's everyone else? What's going on? Look at the crossfire here. Oh my god. The problem with these maxes too is there's no resonates for these maxes. The infantry finally comes
it's over. It's over.
5 seconds left. 4 seconds left. What are we going to get? That's a GOBS warp gate. That's it.
It's a warp gate.
And Goblin Jumpers are your Emerald champions. Wow, what a performance from them from start to finish of this season. They warp gate Recursion. Both outfits originating from Connery. Kind of some history, nothing controversial, but some history between them. What a match from GOBS. I mean,
wow.
That was dominating. And here we see the team kills going on. Really good kills.
I just want to point out the kill differential again, right? Basically, basically about, I'd say like 330 or something. And then look at the armor kill differential, 40, right? And then you look at the reses, right? The revives, right? That's that little medic symbol underneath, right? I just want to point out to everyone, right, that actually, right, in most matches, right, where a team has less kills, they're always going to have more revives, right? But
Yeah.
look how close those revives are, right? I'm gonna shout out the GOB medics here because they've done an excellent job tonight, right? Yes, we talk a lot about shotguns and maxes and air hammers and logistics, but at the end of the day, GOBS they won. Was it Pilex? Thanks to their
Yes,
medics,
they did. They did. Yeah.
and by and large, they've also won this match thanks to their medics. So well done to them. That is a key point which
Yeah.
we have to bring
Absolutely.
up.
Absolutely. I mean, really solid job to sustain there. I think we're going to switch to TeamSpeak now and get some interviews here. Oh, we do. Yes. Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and switch to TeamSpeak. And here I am. Let me get. See. Okay, they all have the password. They should be joining soon. Hello, hi, hey. Howdy.
There we go, hello.
Welcome, Sale from Recursion, CCDMC from GOBS, and TJ from GOBS.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going. First of all, GG's. That was another really good match from both teams. I mean, it's what we expected. You guys fought it out to the bitter end. Like it was really good. I think that's probably one of the highest killing matches I think I've casted so far. So wow, good job. Dubnus, I'm gonna let you kind of take over here to start off. What do you want to ask people here? You go ahead.
All right, so first of all, GG's to both teams, right? That was a really good match, right? I think the first question that I want to ask actually is we're going to throw it over to TJ here. What was kind of your thoughts, your strategy going into today's match?
So we did a lot of planning, and we knew how Recursion was probably going to play. Like, we were pretty confident that they were going to do their Grand Ahead opener and everything. So we just planned around how we wanted to deal with it and kind of just collapse and destroy all their vehicles and everything. And, just the lane smash special of just controlling the spawns and logistics and using that to just choke them out on point and getting the steal at the end. And it was a combination of just like our vehicle squads playing well and then our infantry doing a lot of flex and getting vehicles and logistics up. Like we had the galaxies above Granite Head, the lodestars, to just let us always just be able to place beacons and just, I don't know, be annoying. But yeah, I don't know. CC helped a lot with the planning too, if you want to add some.
I mean, I don't know. It's really the only match we planned for, to be honest. So, like,
Damn.
the other matches we would show
DJ's
up 15
crying
minutes
right now.
before match and say something. But this match we definitely put a lot of planning into, like micromanaging everyone at the opener, which seemed to work well. I'm not sure how much of it worked, but I guess a lot of it did.
So is part of that micromanaging, right? Because I just looked at the top max pairs, right? Part of that micromanage. You got 3 people with triple-digit max pairs, and then the next 2 people have double-digit max pairs, right? Are you guys like allocating your engineers to like a battle buddy max, or how are you micromanaging that?
Well, I think a lot of times, like, the medics and the engineers really carry the squads in terms of like pulling galaxies, also repping. So we had a really lot of engineers that sacrificed maybe some of the fun qualities of the game, like shooting, by just repping our maxes. And they just have a lot of game sense to know which max needs to get repped. And we didn't really assign anyone though to a battle buddy.
You can see like Nishikina, that's Panda, that's Charlie squad. Then you have Bravo squad and Alpha squad NG. Just like one NG, the NG main of each squad is the top 3 reps. It's just like, they're just assign an engineer and they just do what they need to. And same with the medics and heavies and stuff. Like we just practice and play a lot, and people just kind of know what to do. Like we don't have to micro people a whole lot. We just kind of be like, hey, this is what we're going for, and people will be like, I'm doing X, and everyone just kind of like knows what they should be doing and what they're in charge of, and it works out really well.
Yeah, it certainly helps when you have like just the players with the ability to know what to do, right, in pretty much every situation. Because as you say, then you don't need to micromanage as much. So gonna just throw it over to you. My question is, it looks like in this match you wanted to do pretty much the same strategy that we've seen you kind of do on Emerald here, but also against the other teams on Connery, such as Vikings, which is you go for the middle base, Granite Head, and then you try to leverage the powerhouse. Is that right? Am I right in saying that's what you wanted to do tonight?
Yeah, well, we definitely prefer, to fight at bases that our outfits, or we feel our outfit is strong in, and we think the middle base is, air to ground. It's hard to leverage. The vehicles are not as leverageable as some other bases. So, we generally kind of need the middle to function, and losing it, in that opener, it really was a hit to our momentum, because we can kind of spread out the fights once we have those lattice lanes. But they played well. They're GOBS. Part of our strategy was to get Frog Mike sick, and to hope that chops off the head of the beast. But apparently, taking out the leadership isn't enough.
You should have taken out TJ as well. That's what you needed to do, and apparently CC as well here. Okay, so I guess my question now is, what adjustments did you make in the match to try to claw it back? Right, we saw you kind of go into damage control mode, try to pressure Arazek as well as Granite Head kind of mid match. Were there any other adjustments there?
I would say that you gotta look at it from a perspective is their mobility is a lot higher than ours. So unless we can get those, that lattice links, that we're going to be pretty hampered. So we needed that middle, and tried to put a lot of pressure on it. The whole match, because once we have that, we might be able to claw out, maybe a 5-4. That was sort of our thought. Sending people that are ground based, to all these bases, would have just cost us timers. Their dominance of the air is going to make them faster and better at that.
Yeah, for sure. During the match, I was talking about how, if you seed air control, right, that enables the GOBS and their galaxies to fly around, drop people off, and it just gives them that higher mobility, which makes moving around the map, of course, more difficult. So that makes sense. In terms of any other questions, I don't really have any more kind of serious questions. They're all kind of superficial, like what do we all think of the kind of shotgun and shotgun meta that we see? If anyone has any thoughts on that, please go ahead.
I mean, I think everyone knows just kind of how broken shotguns are right now, and it's when you're playing competition, you just have to use what's best. I don't know if anyone here watched the Cobalt finals. It was hot, but Jackhammer was by far the top kills, and was playing in that. And I think it was NC versus NC, so like every single heavy was running Jackhammer.
Yes.
And it's just in these buildings, a lot of them are very like close range, and you don't really have to deal with the negatives of having a shotgun, especially when it's your secondary too. So it's like it's just insane.
Do you think, look, Nano Weave just isn't used anymore, right? Do you think if they added a shotgun resistance to it, that it might make it, viable as well as ASC and flak armor?
I mean, sure, but that's not really my job. I'll let the devs deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you're going to be playing in Outfit Wars, right, and you're going to be playing for first and second place on, I think, probably the biggest server in terms of population, right, you probably have some valid thoughts to that.
I mean, at the end of the day, our thoughts don't really matter. We'll just adapt to what we need to do and win it in whatever way we have to.
That's true. Yeah, I mean that's what you got to do in a tournament like this. You play the best way you can. I want to pivot. I'll probably ask like 1 or 2 more questions, and then we'll just wrap this up. Sale and TJ, you guys, as in GOBS and Recursion, have kind of a history, not like a controversial one, like I was saying in the match, but you guys have known each other, playing the same server, and you guys have kind of been the top 2 outfits in Connery for a long time before GOBS's move to Emerald. So I don't know. Can you comment on that? Like, how does it feel like kind of being in the Emerald finals? The U2 outfits facing each other.
Well, I think that we've learned a lot from each other. Fun fact: both TJ and Hick here, have been in Recursion and Outfit Wars before. Playing for us. And one thing for Outfit Wars 1. If you remember, we had a pretty bad time, in Outfit Wars 1, and one of the main reasons was that was like, GOBS squad in the DPSO platoon. So, GOBS has really grown. I mean, as far as I see, into the best outfit, in the game. Probably the best outfit in the history of the game. And I think that they've learned from us and we've learned from them, and obviously their flexibility is more than ours is, so and they leverage that well.
I mean, I think that's a little flattering. I would say you guys are probably the best combined arms outfit still. Like, obviously we're primarily focused on the infantry. We don't typically run air or armor on live. Obviously you guys do that much better than us, so only when Outfit Wars comes around do we flex into that a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate it. You guys are hell of a competition as always.
I definitely wouldn't want to have Emerald Finals any other way. Like, if I had to choose an opponent, like Recursion definitely would be my choice. I think we both tend to just kind of push each other, like Sale was saying, and just kind of encourage each other to keep improving and everything. Because I don't think any other team really made us just kind of practice and just analyze, like, are we really playing as good as we could be than Recursion? And playing against them on live, there's always other factors going on. It's never really like a sterile 48 versus 48 like Outfit Wars is. So we really looked forward to both the matches that we had against y'all in this tournament, and they're definitely the highlights.
Yeah, really good thoughts from everyone. Hell yeah. Okay, last question, and then I'll wrap this up. I know you guys have to go for other stuff. All you guys playing Connery, I think. So, last question, really kind of open ended. I'll start with Sale. It's just, what are your thoughts overall on Nexus, on Outfit Wars, on will Recursion continue? Any final words here?
Well, we've been in every championship match that's for Outfit Wars, so it's tough to be like, yeah, we're going again. It was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Some of the pushback of the dates was rough. But I think, I think that the casts were so good, that it was so much more fun to watch, that it was quite enjoyable. When you're leading these things, you gotta watch a lot of videos, and it was way more fun to watch these than, say, Desolation. And I think having a map from 2014, slightly modified, is a little bit concerning. And also, there's definitely going to be a meta if this is really the only, let's call it, battle island that they offer. So there's a bunch of concerns there, but I think that in the end of the day, with some modifications, this is definitely a step in the right direction. I think every Outfit Wars, the devs has done 8 steps forward, maybe 2 steps back. So I think it's overall an improvement.
Yeah, I think that's the general sentiment for most people. How do you, same question to you, TJ. How do you feel about that?
I enjoyed Nexus far more than Desolation. I think that's general set like thoughts for most people on the team, and it's definitely improved once they ironed out a lot of the bugs, everything like the hitching and
The
stuff.
hitching, yeah.
So like once that got fixed and some of the like team weird like ops cam stuff got fixed, it really kind of shined like how much fun we were having and everything. There wasn't really much complaints. Like obviously the map still could use some polish and stuff like that, but for a first round, like compare this to Desolation Outfit Wars 1, like I think this was very successful, and I'm definitely enjoyed all the time I put into it, and I think most people on the team did too.
Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it there. GG's again to both team. Thank you guys for coming for the interview. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you, Dubnus, as the co-cast, and the 17,000 OBS cameras and POVs we had, which I don't think I have written down. So yeah, thank you. We're gonna close it there. Bye.